Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Eddbedhead here with
May.
And today we're gonna watch one of Fox Akimbo's weirdest YouTube videos. So check out his YouTube channel in the description below. Sorry if we're not that great at commentating. We're new to this style of format. So with that, let's get started.
Let's cut to the chase. It's no secret that the web has some strange stuff, much of that being animation which has been around since the beginning. In this video, I'm going to be covering the weird web animations iceberg, and let me tell you right now, there are some very strange videos in this iceberg. Some of them I will guarantee you have never seen. We have animations including this, and even this.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to start off with some stuff that you probably have seen before, very popular web animations, and as we get further into the video,
we could probably open
the
up the other web animations.
It's going to be a lovely day.
If he doesn't play the full thing.
And speaking of lovely days, I need to tell you guys about the loveliest day of all, Valentine's Day, which is fastly approaching. So first off, I want to talk to the gentleman watching this video.
This is our Valentine's
This is the ad.
This is the ad. This is our Valentine's date. We'll watch the ad.
This?
We'll watch the ads. Yeah, we're streaming this, but we'll watch the ad because, you know, we're watching his video. So
stereotype around us lads that we are just not as clean as women. And if you're spending your Valentine's Day with your loved one, wouldn't it be so nice to show some effort and be really welcome?
How do you feel about this Valentine's
Day? This is
Day?
where Manscaped come in,
It's fun.
and I am
It's
so proud
fun.
to say
We're
that
watching
they are
some
the
weird
sponsors of today's
web animation
video.
iceberg.
The legends over at Manscaped has made these absolutely fantastic quality products. This here is my lawnmower.
This is a quality
4.0
date, everybody.
cordless waterproof
It's
body
a day
trimmer.
late.
Please believe
a
me
day
when I
late.
say that a high
They don't
quality
know
electric
that.
razor is
Wait,
a
they do. It's
must-have
live.
essential item for any
They
man's
totally
back.
know.
They didn't just stop there though, they also sent me this crop preserver and
It's okay.
reviver. They are
It's a late
amazing
date
quality
since we did
products.
nothing
and now I'm going to talk to the
yesterday but
ladies watching
sleep.
this video because this would be an absolutely
I know.
brilliant Valentine's Day, anniversary or birthday gift for your boyfriends.
Why
Because not
not?
only would your boyfriends
Should
be
I
really
get that?
excited by these phenomenal
I don't even know
quality
what it
products,
is.
but they would be pretty
Men.
Body
beneficial
spray,
to you too, if
body
you know what I
wash,
mean.
shampoo.
This is 4 million men worldwide.
I want to shower with my clothes on.
I put my stamp of approval on it, right? Use code Akimbo in the description for 20%.
That was a good ad, I'm not
all of
gonna
your
lie.
men's grooming essentials.
That's
Thank you to
pretty funny.
Manscaped for sponsoring this video.
So as I said in the intro, we'll start off with some very basic things, and as we move further into the video, the animations will get a lot more abstract and weird.
Ooh,
So let's
let's
get
do
into
it.
it. Alan Becker is the first entry on our list, and he has
What's
to be
he
known
got
as
for
one
us?
of the greatest web animators out there. His videos revolve around the web, and they're extremely
Oh, I think I've
creative,
seen these.
with
The stick
stick-figure characters
animation.
using different aspects of
Have
the
you ever
internet
seen
in
these?
very
No.
literal or
I don't watch this kind of YouTube.
This used to, yeah, this was old YouTube. Or at least from what I remember, stick figure animations. They had some pretty cool fights.
dynamic ways to fight something. Obviously, his animations will vary video to video.
You don't
as
remember
with
that
most
one?
of these animators, but from Minecraft to Super Mario to Pac-Man, he has a distinct
I remember
style,
drawing the
and he
figure
gets
on my
tens
hand
to
and making it
hundreds of
jump.
millions of views.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, if you draw a stick figure and then a trampoline, when you do this, it looks like it's jumping.
Oh, that's funny.
Per video. Charlie the
Hey,
Unicorn
what's up,
is one of the
Scorped?
earliest viral videos on YouTube, with it releasing in January of
Oh,
2008.
have you ever seen Charlie the
The
Unicorn?
premise is
Yeah.
that 2 unicorns want to take Charlie
Okay,
to
we don't
the
gotta watch it
mountain,
then.
and the 3 unicorns
That's
go
old
on a
school
magical
YouTube as
adventure.
well. That was a long time ago. Oh, iceberg. I love these. Yeah, icebergs are so great. Let me make sure I have the closed captions on here. There we go.
Adventure full of whimsy and wonder, until it turns out that it was all a ploy to steal Charlie's kidneys. This was the kind of stuff that was huge on YouTube back
I
in
can't
the day,
believe
and
I
for good
watched
reason.
that as a
14
kid.
years later, it still holds up. There were many different installments years later, and the series wrapped up 3 months.
Because it was so weird.
Cyanide and Happiness is a web cartoon series.
Oh,
which
yeah,
has
have
been
you
out
seen
for
those?
absolute
You like
years
these.
now.
Yeah, they're
Their drawings
funny.
are quite simple,
Some of
but
them.
effective, and I'll admit that I used to watch a lot of their stuff.
My
about
teacher
5
showed
years
me
ago.
this. Oh, you
As I said,
watched
this is a web
the
cartoon
Charlie the
series,
Unicorn
so there's
video,
no
Scorped?
singular plot
Or the
the
Cyanide and
episode
Happiness.
generally
Shows
built
my
around a
favorite.
single joke or idea, even though some
Well,
of
if
their
it's weird,
episodes
then
are more
it'll
of an
be on
unfolding
here.
story
I think
with
it's
several
weird.
different jokes. Most of their videos are less than 2 minutes long.
I've seen that one. That's the one where step on a crack and break your mom's
But for an
back.
animation channel, they tend to upload
The
quite
Charlie
frequently,
thing?
so this is
Yeah, the
very
Charlie
impressive.
thing was
Videos of theirs
iconic.
that I would recommend is Step on a Crack,
Back in
Salt,
old
and It's
YouTube, back when it used to be like a newer thing.
Sad Christmas Larry. Those are my favorites. Happy Tree Friends is an animated
Oh my
video
gosh.
which I might compare to something
We're
like
not gonna watch
Sausage
this one
Party.
either since we've
Just
seen
the
it.
fact that a parent might put this on for their
My
child.
mom used to show
watch
me
5
this.
seconds.
and I was
Really? Your
like,
mom
yeah.
showed you Happy Tree Friends? That
She's
is-
like, they're so cute. And I was like, oh yeah, they are, and then no.
Yeah,
it
it
to
gets
be
pretty violent.
fun and joyous.
Well, I can't
And then
believe
the-
your mom showed
Then
you
the
that.
child will continue watching and will be absolutely traumatized. This animation poses as suitable for children, but within minutes the facade wears off and it's revealed to be a super violent gore fest. This series isn't unknown about, with some of its videos reaching upwards
I didn't know it was like an
100
online
million
thing. I thought it was like an actual show.
It was on Netflix, I think. I feel like it was on Netflix years
views,
ago.
but if we're talking weird, an animation that poses as one thing and then delivers something
No, not Happy Tree Friends. No, yeah, that stuff is traumatizing.
diametrically opposed can be considered as slightly weird. The Has Been Hotel is an
Oh, I
animated
love
series
Has
that
Been
I've spoken
Hotel.
about 3 times now,
So
so I'm just
good.
going to give it a very quick
Gotta
rundown.
watch it.
But TLDR, the animated series was created by Vivian Medrano, with the pilot launching on her YouTube channel in October of
It's only 1 episode right now because they're trying to make it into a show.
2019 and has since been viewed over 60 million times.
Happy
the
Tree
animation
Friends,
is
happy,
creative and
Happy Tree
original,
Friends
voices
dead.
are crisp, and the story is of when hell becomes overpopulated, demons have to be rehabilitated. And so the protagonist of the show opens a hotel so that when demons check out, they will go to heaven. There have been many criticisms of the show, and in particular Vivian Medrano herself, but I'm not going to get into that in this iceberg
I
here.
didn't know that. I guess you learn something new every day.
This is just
You'll
about
have to
the
do more
animation,
research
and
about
as
it.
I said,
Yeah.
the animation is of quality. Or at least that's what I've seen. I've seen a few bits.
We
that
would
clip.
watch it, but it's got
They
music in
swear.
it.
Oh no, they swear a lot.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's just the music that would
here and
probably
there,
get us in
and
trouble.
I tend to enjoy myself when I do see some. And I want to talk about Hell of a Boss next because
Oh, that's a good show too. I watched that. That's the one with where I said Norman Reedus does one of the characters.
is the next entry on our list.
It's so
which is
funny.
also
I love
created
it.
By Vivian Medrano. In this show, we follow Blitz, a classic imp demon who sets out to run his own small assassin business with his weapons specialist Moxie.
That person who does this voice does Invader Zim. So
His
it's
bruiser
funny.
Millie and his receptionist Hellhound Luna. Together, they attempt to survive each other while running a startup in Hell. Essentially, everything I said about the Has Been Hotel is also applicable to Hell of a Boss. Those two are 2 different sides of the same coin. They're created by the same person. They have the same animation style. They're both quite funny. They're both very well animated. They both have amazing voices to go along with
I should get a blue foam like his.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
different colored ones.
the entire project. Everything I said about Vivian Medrano you can find in my controversial internet art video, which I highly recommend. Actually, no I don't, that one kind of sucked. Jack Stauber is a musician who created...
If she's like a web person, how did she get actual actors to voice in her stuff?
I think she might have taken out loans or something. I'm not sure. I don't know the backstory really well. I just remember that when Has Been Hotel came out, it was really big and I loved it. Then Hell of a Boss was good too. It's a web series for
80s or
free.
90s style VHS videos, at least according to this little kid here. He is incredibly talented, I love his music, and the videos to go along with them are very
What?
creative and
Well, we can't watch it if it's
entrancing. All
music.
of his characters have piercing eyes.
Oh
and
my
I've never
gosh, that's
seen one that
creepy.
isn't just a tinge creepy. He's been making them for years now, with his first video dropping 8 years ago, so it's been around
That's
for
pretty
quite a
spooky,
while.
not gonna
And
lie.
yeah, if you are a fan of his music, or even if you're not, do check out his videos because they are of
We'll have to look
amazing
after.
style, quality, and
Yeah,
aesthetic.
off stream.
The
we
original
can't
Llamas
listen.
with Hats is quite similar to
Llamas with
the
Hats.
Unicorn, and that is because it's created by the same people. It features
This one was funny, but it was so bad to watch as a kid because Carl was such a bad llama.
the same animation style, contains similar themes, even if it is not a follow-up of the story. The premise is
Oh my
that Carl the
gosh.
Llama killed a man, and he's being confronted by one of his llama friends. There are 12 parts to this series. with
Oh
each
my
of
god, I forgot about the skin furniture.
getting
This is so
darker and more
creepy.
abstract as they go. The first few parts tended to be a bit more humorous. It was
Yo, I
running
lagged.
jokes and
Oh.
whatnot. But
Hopefully
as
it's
the
better
series
now.
went on further, they tended to get a bit darker and more serious. The series ended in 2015 with Carl's friend dying and then Carl jumping off a cliff after wiping out
Oh my
humanity. Lo-Fi Girl. So I was
He still
actually
hasn't talked
pleasantly
about my
surprised
favorite
when I
one.
saw Lo-Fi
We'll
Girl
see.
because I thought that the only thing up on the channel was
Lo-Fi Girl?
the, I guess,
Oh.
gif
Yeah,
of
isn't that
her
the
writing
Lo-Fi
and then
Girl?
turning pages. I don't watch it too much because I have my own lo-fi playlist, but regardless, I was pleasantly surprised when I saw the channel because there were other videos there.
Oh,
And,
really?
I mean, oh my god, these videos are just so beautiful. They were absolutely amazing, even if they are
It's kind of like a painting, but in video
small
form.
little gifs. They are just beautiful to look at, very relaxing, very, very artistic. Regardless, it's not really creepy, it's not weird, so I don't really know why it is on this list, although I guess it is in the first tier, so I can kind of forgive that. Lucas the Spider. I was aware of his existence,
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
never seen one
I
of
don't
his
know
Cute,
videos,
this.
lip,
and having watched
cute little spider. It'll show up in
now,
a sec.
he's for kids. Nothing weird, just cute little spider running around, kind of doing whatever. It's a children's animation series. Content-wise, these don't have too much to critique or
scary.
dissect.
He's got like a toddler voice.
I don't like it.
You really don't like
They
it?
tend to be
scary.
about
Wow,
50
it's
seconds
just a
long, and
spider.
they're
What's wrong with
harmless, just cute little
spiders?
Spider shorts, but there's nothing really overly weird in them.
Spiders
Madness
are
Combat
so
seems to
cute.
be an animated series of cool, just badass fight scenes. The series began in 2011, and the most recent episode was in 2019. The premise is simple: just fighting, just fight. That's all it is. Just
I guess we
fight.
don't need to
From
watch
what
it
I've seen,
then.
There's not too much story to go along.
Oh, this looks like the games I used to play at school.
Like on Cool Math.
No, not cool math games. They're like Newgrounds type of games.
And if we're talking story, the most we might be able to get is Jesus rising from the grave. And
You had to go to like unblocked games for school. It's the websites I would search up.
getting a ninja star in the eye or something. It's just
'Cause
the
they
animated
did get
equivalent
pretty
of John
violent.
Wick coming out and killing 30 people in 5 minutes. Not really too much there, so we'll move on. Now, Moki's show is something that I do prefer. It's definitely weird, I'll give it that. The premise is simple. Someone doing Microsoft Paint animations of Mickey, Donald, and Goofy has put them in various situations that you might not find them in on Disney.
Should we
such
watch
as smoking
this?
weed. The voices are very ear-raping. It's clear that this is just meant to be memey, and to be honest, there doesn't seem to be too much of a script. It sounds very
All right, let's try to watch it. Moki show. Well, this recent one is from 1 year ago. It's only 3 minutes.
Math noises.
POV FNAF kid saying madness is from FNAF.
That's right, Mookie. We're doing mathematics.
What the heck?
But the math, he's bad. He's very, very bad.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, it's not bad, Mookie. Math is for smart people to solve smart problems, like depression. Ha, yo. Well, I am very smart. No, you're not, Mookie.
Look at all the views.
Whoa, that's a lot of views. I just think of the animator who spent all the time making these weird faces. He probably spends like a good at least an hour, and he has to like look at this creepy picture, make sure it's perfect.
ad-libbed, but maybe that is on purpose. Maybe it doesn't want to sound like it has a script. The animated series began back in 2012, as did a lot of these, to be fair. There was a lot of peculiar animations that came around the late 2000s, early 2012s. I feel like a lot of people that could draw after that became animation
Is there
YouTube
DoorDash
channels,
here?
but people
So it's
before that were
arriving.
just
We ordered some DoorDash, so we might end the stream once it gets here. Oh my gosh, that was a loud vibration. That was my phone. Let me turn that off.
much more memey with their approach to YouTube, and so you got stupid web series like this one, which I absolutely love. Their most recent episode was in September of 2021. Red vs. Blue is an animated web series created by Rooster Teeth, and it is currently the third
remember this
longest
show.
running animated web series in the world. It's had a whopping 18 seasons, with the first of them dropping all the way back in 2003.
This used to be in a
This
website.
means that it predates
Well, I watched it on a website called VRV, which is before Funimation became a website to watch anime. That's where I used to watch anime.
YouTube. The most recent season dropped back in 2020.
As in Friday from Funkin' Madness came from FNAF.
I believe that a lot of this show is actually shot in-game, but as with a lot of the entries up here, yeah, I mean, the visuals are old, but they're not really weird by any means. The next entry very
Salad
much
fingers.
is, however,
Oh,
Salad
yeah,
Fingers.
everybody
It's about
remembers
time
that.
I talk about
This
Salad
is my
Fingers.
favorite one.
This
This is
animated
your favorite one?
series will go down in history.
Oh
It's
my
disturbing,
gosh.
It's mysterious.
Yeah,
but
it
it's
is
something
I
very
rewatch
weird.
it every few years.
What
The
the
first
heck?
episode of the series was created on the 10th of May 2007 and has since only had a further 11 episodes, with the most recent
Well, I gotta go. See ya. See ya, Scorp. Thanks for stopping by.
being released on October 1st, 2021. As this is a web series, episode stories may vary with each installment, but they're seemingly nonsensical. There have been many theories trying to decipher if there's any true meaning to this show, but everything is so cryptic. And since many of
So
the characters
creepy.
are finger puppets, puppeteered by
This
Salad
one doesn't
Fingers,
even have a
it's tough
face.
to grasp what the man is trying to get at. Is there a method to his madness, or is this dude just deranged and delusional? It's very hard to tell. I mean, I could sit here for hours and talk about Salad Fingers, but unfortunately I will have to move on because we have other topics to cover.
Dang
Shut
it.
Up Cartoons was the animated
Oh, let me like
Smosh
this video.
channel. Even though there were other series on the channel, the largest has to be said to have been Smosh.
I didn't know this was a thing. I used to like Smosh, but I didn't know they had animated videos.
babies, with some of their videos hitting upwards of 10 million views. I mean, these videos weren't overly odd by any means, they were just as odd as perhaps the average Smosh video would be back in 2012, 2013, 2014, so a little bit weird, but not really too out there. I mean, I like the racial stereotypes in the show, that has to be said.
Little buddy has grown up, my red-headed friend.
And yeah, I mean, the animation is a bit rough around the edges, but not necessarily abstract or bizarre. With Anthony leaving Smosh, they had to finish the series, but it did get a finale in June 2017. Suction Cup Man. So this video is just meant to be me telling you guys what these animations are, not me judging them or reviewing them or rating them, so I will hold my judgment of Suction Cup. This animated series takes on a
Looks like
South
South Park.
I've seen this. Yeah, years ago.
of animation and has Suction Cup Man who keeps finding himself stuck mid-cup as he gets cussed out by someone who wants him to stop cupping. I feel like I've said cup way too much in the past 30 seconds. There's a load of vulgar language throughout, a lot of it doesn't really seem necessary.
Yeah, pretty much. I thought it was funny because there was a lot of swearing, and my middle school brain was like, "That's funny."
But regardless, the series has 4 parts so far, with it beginning in October of 2016 and the most recent episode coming out in June last year. The Walton Files is the kind of thing I want to see more of on this iceberg and
You've
on
never
YouTube
seen
in
the
general.
Walton Files?
I've seen what you did.
Yeah, I did it while you were at work one night when you were working late. I watched it on stream. Are they
Yeah,
here?
our food's here.
Okay. But yeah, I watched the Walton Files one day while she was at work till like 1 a.m. There was nobody home, and I had all the lights turned off, and I was just watching the whole Walton File videos. I was pretty freaked out, not gonna lie. It was probably one of the scariest things I've done, probably scarier than all the other games I've played.
It's creepy, it's aesthetic, it's so well produced. Please do check it out. I just watched it for the first time a few hours ago and it is great. The series is inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's and is a 70s VHS found footage analog horror series that begins off slightly eerie, but soon keeps asking questions and not providing any answers. The imagery is dark, abstract,
Very
creepy.
spooky.
The story is mysterious, aloof, always making you want more. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to watch the entire thing because I only found out about its existence a few hours ago, as I said before. I'd heard of it before I watched the video, but analog horror stuff generally isn't my cup of tea, even though I can tell you right now that The Walton Files is of extreme quality. As I said before, I don't have too long in this video to cover each and every topic. We have about 100 entries in
That's a
this
lot.
video, so I really can't get to all of them. But Nexpo made an hour and 38 minute video
a lot of
explaining the
content.
entire thing. I definitely don't have that time, but do check that out after this video.
Hey, what's up,
If you
Flixie?
want to find out more about the Walton Files. The Odd One's
Let me
out,
put in
so this
closed
is a bit
caption.
different to most of the other animations I have in this video. He's probably currently the
That's
most
not weird. He's a really popular animator.
popular animation YouTuber
Yeah.
out there. His animated videos tend to be about stories of his life, from academy anecdotes to annoying customers, and over the years they've gotten much higher quality and well drawn. He's not obscure, as I said before, he is one of the largest animation channels, and I've also covered him in a few videos before. And on top of this, his videos don't tend to be too weird. His drawings are of marshmallow men, and not necessarily weird at all, not really. He began as a webcomic drawer many years ago now, but if you're watching a video on web animations, you probably know who he is. So we'll move on because there's not too much here, there's no real disturbing imagery.
Then why is
So
he there?
let's move on
I don't know. I guess the iceberg guy just needed something to fill in the spot.
to the next. Yo Mama was all the rage back in 2013.
Yo, mama.
That was
You
probably
remember those?
the
You
fastest
do?
way I could say Yo Mama. Yeah, she was all the rage. Everyone loved Yo Mama back in 2013, it has to be said. When I was like 12, this was huge. So someone made a YouTube channel about Yo Mama. Essentially, the entire channel is about telling the best Yo Mama jokes. They tend to revolve around common themes such as Yo Mama so fat and Yo Mama so ugly, and each of their jokes are aided by a little animated demonstration. So because this is a YouTube channel centered around Yo Mama jokes, there's not really too much weird stuff there, but the animation can become intentionally ugly or weird if the joke calls for it. It's also not obscure
Bless
either
you.
because it has 5 million subs, even if today
You're
Yo
welcome.
Mama isn't
I
as big
remember
as it was
watching them.
once.
Yeah, these were a throwback from a while ago. Yeah,
7-8 years ago.
it's where you used to get all your Yo Mama jokes.
So let's just move on to the next
To roast
entry,
your
which
friends.
is Asdf. If you somehow don't know Asdf, it is a series
Oh, I used to love these. ASDF. I didn't realize it was the first like 4 letters right here on the keyboard.
animated skits created by Thomas Tomscar Ridgewell, best known for the series, but he also has his own YouTube channel. He is a YouTube, I guess, legend. He is definitely one of the OGs on the site. Just like Salad Fingers or Alan Becker, this guy will be going down in
So many memes.
I've never seen it.
So like, I like turtles.
YouTube history. So
like
this one is quite old
trains.
school, with the first episode dropping 13 years ago now. Anyone who watched that when it first came out must feel very, very old.
Wow.
And yeah, this is a
I feel
staple
old
of
now.
the internet, with there being 14 episodes now, and there are so many recurring characters that are quite big, some of them even eclipsing the web series itself. Each episode, barring the recent, has breached the 10 million view barricade. The animation isn't necessarily weird, but the subject matter sometimes is, because I don't know what it is about Tom Scar, but he loves guns and suicide. So there are a lot of guns and suicide references in the series, as well as a lot of just general randomness, because that is...
Yeah, those videos were pretty random. BRB, alright, see you soon, Flixie.
Skits that sometimes hit, sometimes miss, sometimes are weird, sometimes are normal. It is generally not too weird.
I like his shirt. Or maybe it's just the lighting that's making it look like different purples.
Even if the subject matter sometimes is, because as with a lot of these skits, they tend to be quite random or just out there. The weirdness does depend episode to episode and skit to skit. So that is it for the first tier. Now let's move on to tier number 2, with hopefully most of these becoming more obscure or bizarre. So in November 2020, some fool on the internet created a video called Ugh, fine, I guess you are my little PogChamp. Come here. It is a 5-second clip of an anime girl, probably an e-girl,
That's a TikTok song now.
who is requesting
You didn't know that?
No.
in a POV shot that
We're
you
on
can't
different
reach her
sides of
after
TikTok.
calling you her little PogChamp. So let's do an in-depth analysis. Obviously, this woman is conflicted on whether or not you are her little PogChamp. Reluctantly, she decides that you, the viewer, are. However, let us play that back in slow-mo.
Fine, I guess you are my little PogChamp. Come here.
Before she reaches out to you, she blushes.
She is therefore non-verbally indicating that she is embarrassed by the situation. Now, the reason
Oh
for
my
this is currently
gosh.
unknown, but let's delve into the language that she uses. Little PogChamp. This is her pet name to describe you.
Now, according to Schwartz, pet names are used to establish admiration or affection.
We're actually going into psychology here.
Over a
Therefore,
5-second
she is
video.
embarrassed
Heck yeah.
that she holds feelings of affection or admiration towards you and is trying to hide it behind a facade, a masquerade of indecision.
Or it's a joke of the absurdity of anime girlfriends.
So there you have it, there is another case solved. The Annoying Orange. Don't know why this is here. I will make this one quick because this really should have been in the first tier.
Remember when he had his own TV show?
Yeah, I always watched it.
Really? How? I got annoyed at it.
I mean, this isn't obscure.
I mean, it is in the
terms of
name,
peculiarity,
Annoying
Yeah,
Orange.
the Annoying Orange as a concept is a bit out there, but if you've seen just one Annoying Orange, you've seen them all. So it's not overly strange by any means. What's more strange for me is why this channel is still going and why tens
They're
of
still
thousands, if
uploading?
not hundreds of thousands watch their uploads. It blew
Oh
up
my
in 2010
gosh.
and somehow 12 years later it's still around. That is bizarre to me more than the actual animation itself. Crimson Leaf. So this is not the name of an animated YouTube video, but instead an animated YouTube channel. This one creates Roblox animations. Generally, animations tend to
What?
be quite sexual in nature.
my
I mean,
gosh.
this has to be a piss take, right? I mean, I know nobody in their right mind would create sexual Roblox animations and make them legitimate. This is a meme. With
Oh my
uploads such
gosh.
as this,
That's epic, I guess.
and whatever
That cat
this
girl.
is, I'll be honest, this is what I call bizarre. It is definitely out there,
my
even though it is
gosh.
intentionally so. Get out of my car. So this is an animation
I've seen this one. I think it was based on a real
that I
situation.
want to spend a little bit more time on because there is actually some history behind it. So in July 2016,
Oh, yep.
a user by the name of Jotzi80 uploaded this video of an Uber driver violently screaming at her to leave his car. He
Do you remember that? Apparently, he drove her to her destination she had marked or something, and then she's like, this is not the right spot, and she didn't want to leave.
swearing at her, growing red in the face, and brandishing her a moron. Things get really heated in the 3 minutes that this video records for, but here's the thing though. Perhaps while at first glance it looks like this dude is a violent maniac, that's only what the person recording the video wants you to think. because as it turned out, she falsely claimed that her journey was a medical emergency. She then took a very long time to get into the Uber car on purpose, and when she finally did get into the car, she was rude and condescending to him for the entire journey, and then, just to put the shit cherry on the shit cake, right at the end, she cancelled her Uber so he would not get paid.
Wow, that's messed up. She's a jerk.
At this point, she pulled out her camera and started recording playing all dumb, all in an attempt to get him to hit her so that she could sue. This was an attempt at fraud aimed at the guy in the video. She uploads her idiotic plan to YouTube where it went viral. Then the animator found it and turned it into this animation here. The video itself portrays the guy as an angry madman and the woman as a gormless goon, but while perhaps his anger might be a bit over the top, it is understandable. She just seemed like she wanted to ruin the bloke's day. So do not judge a book by its cover. Clay World. Of all the old school YouTube animations, this one has to go down as
Clay
one
World?
of my favorites, and it wasn't as popular as perhaps Asduf or Salad Fingers, so kids today might not know it as well as they do some of these other animations up here in the second tier. The Pie Landmines video
What? I've never seen this. Looks like Play-Doh. Or I guess clay.
Yeah, clay.
Yeah.
is one that I remember particularly well. It's a fantastic video. So long story short, instead of classic animation, Clay World actually uses stop motion with clay figure characters.
Oh, this looks old.
And as
I
with
just
so many
realized
of these,
I forgot
it's
to
not really
make
that
this
weird, but more obscure because, as I said before, these videos weren't
larger.
as large as
Oh,
some
no.
Bible videos around the early 2010s. So kids these days probably
Theater
wouldn't have
mode.
heard of them. As this is a series of videos, there will be different jokes and storylines depending on the video that you click on. But just know that I put my stamp of approval on Clay World. I think it was a fantastic animated series, and it ended in 2014.
Oh,
Lime
man.
and Dash. So this one is a bit different to some of the other animations that we have on this iceberg, at least in style, because whilst we do have some animations that don't have any sound to them, this one is silent, and it undertakes the silent film genre as an aesthetic. The concept is that this bloke is on the boardwalk and has to guess the act.
I've never seen this one, actually.
It looks cool.
Let's look it up. Mime and Dash. How long is it, though? Kingsley. Oh, there's a few of them, looks like. I don't know which one's the real ones. We'll speed it up a little bit, though, so we can get through the actual video. Playback speed. I don't know if we can play this. It has music. We might have to wait to check it out later.
Bonbon and Choo Choo to win. These acts are obviously
What? No.
overtly sexual in nature.
We were about
and the
to
joke
watch
is that
it.
the guy guessing has
It's
no
epic.
idea. And then I guess they rob him at the end. It's unique, it's different, it's not as safe for work as some of the other entries, but there's not really too much to it. It's a 2-minute animation, so let's
Oh,
move
no.
on. Rowley's Revenge. This is an animated parody of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid scene where Greg reveals that he
Kingsley,
has terrorized the
doing?
children. The big difference here is that Rowley has a gun. Now, one of the funniest
What?
things about this parody is that up until the end, it actually uses a lot of the dialogue from the original film.
Ooh,
As
now
I
we
said
gotta
before,
watch
though,
it.
The big difference is that
It doesn't look like Raleigh, though.
It doesn't look like Greg either.
Rally's Revenge. I hope this is safe for work. Probably not.
Hey, Rowley.
Let's
How's
speed
it
up a little bit.
hanging?
Well, I was sad about losing my spot on safety patrol,
Oh,
but
I'm
then I
getting
made
a
some
spam
Zoomy Mama
call.
comics and felt better.
You lost your job on the safety patrol?
Yeah, some guy terrorized a group of kids while wearing my coat. Now everyone thinks I did it.
Oh, wait. You took the fall for that?
What's so funny?
Oh boy, Rowley, you're gonna love this.
Love what?
Get this. I'm the one who terrorized those kids.
What?
Yeah, and somehow you got blamed for it. This is great. Hey, cheer up, Rowley. We can all learn a valuable lesson from this. I should be more careful around kids, and you should be more careful who you lend your coat to. Rowley?
Oh, no.
Greg, you're not a good friend. You never were.
Where'd he get a gun
Rowley,
from?
You don't mean that. I'm a great friend.
We both know that's not true, Greg. You only think about yourself. You hated my cartoon. You disrespected Joshy. You broke my arm and didn't even say sorry.
Breaking that arm was the best thing that ever happened to you.
Listen, Greg, it still clicks when I move it. See? Click, 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 click,
Oh.
click.
Come on, Rowley. This is a joke, right? Just another one of those Zooey Mama moments?
Sorry, Hadley, but you've zoomed.
Oh, no.
Mama.
Oh, he actually got shot? Oh, my gosh. Oh no, Greg's dead. That's it. Oh, I like the drawing right here.
That Rowley has a gun, and so these words, what they're saying, can be interpreted in a very different way now.
Greg, you're not a good friend. You never were.
This, along with the performances by
Sounds
the
like
voice
Marge.
actors, creates a very different
Sounds like
feeling
Marge? Yeah, it doesn't sound like Rowley or Greg.
within the scene. The line before Rowley shoots Greg,
Sorry, Hepley, but you've zooed your last mama.
sends shivers down my spine. Before I wrap up this entry, I'll add that Rowley's
That was
voice is
pretty
actually
scary, not
quite
gonna lie.
similar to his original voice in the movie. It's a fun concept, and it's not really weird, but it definitely is a good parody, so do check it out. Zealous Creative's 2012 animation, The Maker. This is perhaps one of
2012?
the greatest animations on the entire iceberg. I love this short.
This is a little
A small
old.
rundown is that a strange creature races against time to make the most important and beautiful creation of his life. This
What was it
stop-mo-
called? You remember? You just said the name of it.
The
The
Maker.
Maker. Let's find it. This one I have never seen either. I guess I should just keep tab open. The Maker. It's a movie thing. A short movie, looks like. The Maker. I keep saying. Scared me for a sec. He's got some cute teeth. Ooh, and he knows how to cook. Oh, he's making another bunny?
He's making himself. It's probably a mask.
Oh. Wonder why he wears the mask. Dang, he's got some handsome eyes. They're all bronze.
He's making a girlfriend.
Oh, maybe. Like a Frankenstein's bride sort of thing. Oh, she's still dead. He's got to zap her with electricity. Is that what he's gonna do? Oh no. He's going on dates with her. Teaching her stuff, I guess. I wonder what the timer is for. I just realized this has music too. Hopefully it's fine. Dang, that's a sick beat. Oh, the music made her come to life. Her eyes are blue. Aww. I still don't know what the timer means though. It's over. Oh, he goes away? What? Oh no, she's all alone. Oh, that's their life? They only get
That's
to live a
sad.
short life. That is pretty sad. That's pretty cool though, not gonna lie. It's not that
Motion
weird,
animation
but
is
it's
a
really cool.
fantastic short film, and it depicts the protagonist who has to create his loved one and bring it back to life before he eventually dies. He is able to do so in just the nick of time, but is only able to spend a few fleeting moments with her before he dies and turns to dust. At the end, her timer begins ticking. This film says a lot, without any dialogue, only music. But the key theme is that we need to cherish our loved ones because we don't know how much time we have, and the time that we do have is ticking down. This is truly a stupendous piece of art. I would wholeheartedly
Beautiful.
recommend checking it out. We Gotta Get SpongeBob Back is an animated video of Squidward who goes from happy to distraught that SpongeBob is gone in a matter of milliseconds. Now, I've got to be honest, while SpongeBob is by no means niche or anything,
I don't think we gotta watch
this
this one, but it looks pretty silly.
This video is actually quite abstract. It's not really what you see. It goes against the status quo. It almost
Really?
seems more like a nightmare than anything.
It does look kind of creepy. At least Sandy does right
no
there.
setups. There aren't really any payoffs either. Not really much that makes much tangible sense. It's like a hat on top of a hat on top of a hat on top of a hat. So we
It's a lot of hats.
definitely aren't getting into the more bizarre and peculiar. This is now the third tier, so things are going to get even more niche.
Let's go.
Speaking of bizarre and peculiar, Syriac is the next entry on our list. He's yet another creator that I've covered before, and yeah, this guy's animation is
Some talking cats. Oh my gosh.
not usually what you'd
Singing
see.
cats, I mean.
Basically, all of them have a sense of eeriness to them and have strange imagery.
Whoa.
I've said it before, but Syriac just
Ugh.
knows shapes and patterns to make the audience uncomfortable
Ugh.
and exploits it. The
This
clip I'm
one's
playing right now
actually
is
creepy.
indigestion, and I mean, yeah, you can see firsthand that this is the kind of odd animation that we really do want to get into. However,
Ew.
perhaps the only downfall of Syriac is
Why has
that
he got so
is
many teeth and
tremendously
tongues?
popular. He has millions of subscribers, which is why he is so far up the iceberg. With him in this second tier is Caillou Gets Grounded. Now,
Oh my gosh. I remember those. Do you?
No.
You don't?
this
Maybe
is
I'll
the kind
remember
of
once you see.
abnormal animation I have been looking for. Now, I think that we can all agree that Caillou is the worst. He's whingy, he's whiny, he's 5, and he's still somehow bold. Nobody
Still
likes him.
bold.
F you, Caillou. Now, Caillou Gets Grounded takes full advantage of the amazing world of Go Animate. If you never
He uses text to speech to talk.
seen Go Animate, it's this little
We can
animation
probably watch a
software
little video.
generally
You don't
made for
remember?
schools.
No, I've never seen it.
Caillou Gets Grounded. I didn't even know how to spell Caillou. Caillou.
What's C-A-I?
C-A-I-L-L.
L-L.
Gets Grounded. Movie? No, we don't need the movie. We just need the video. Oh my gosh, these are long. We'll just watch a little clip of it so that you know.
Oh my gosh, tomorrow, I have a math test from Miss Martin, and I never studied for it. If I fail that test tomorrow, I will be so grounded.
Let's skip to the part where he gets grounded.
You have a math test from Miss Martin tomorrow.
No, Dad.
They make him
want to
do
go to
weird
school
things too
tomorrow, and I will
sometimes.
not do that stupid
I don't
math
know.
test from Miss Martin.
It's a really strange video.
I don't care if you don't want to take that math test from Miss Martin. You are still going to do it. Now, go to bed right now, or else.
Oh no, please, don't check my temperature.
Because it's reading the text to
I can't believe you
speech.
pretended to be sick this entire time. That was so unacceptable, young man. That's it. You are grounded for 64,327,809,128 years. Go to sleep right now.
It's always a ridiculous number. What is that? It's weird. It's weird YouTube videos.
Has text-to-speech voices, and I think it is impossible to animate two things at once, so everything happens so slowly. Long story short, it is the best resource of short animated films I've ever seen. Combine this awful animation software
I closed the
with an
other tab.
18+ story about Caillou that features swearing, gun violence,
Like
and a whole
Family
range
Guy's
of
house.
mature themes.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like Family Guy style is what I was thinking.
Masterclass in cinematic
Yeah, the
filmmaking.
house looks like Family
This
Guy.
is the pinnacle of comedy. This is the pinnacle of drama. This is the pinnacle of filmmaking. This is the pinnacle of humanity. I love it so much. Deadline. I
reached
know
the
I haven't
peak.
heard of it, but this is an animated short. It's only 3.5 minutes long, and the
Oh.
idea is that each day there is a timer, a deadline, if you will. And when this timer hits 0, everyone in the world, minus one girl, turns into these guys with masks on. They change into uncontrollable
Shy Guys from Mario.
monsters. It's like The Purge for a few moments, with looting, stabbing, and random attacks.
What the
I
heck?
like the way that this animation has a rhythm, it has a flow, it matches with the music in the background. It's creative, and it's not something I've seen too much before, but it does kind of remind me a bit of Persona 5, with those monsters in the metaverse.
Oh, I never played that. But I know it's Jesus' favorite game.
Still, though,
Jesus,
very unique.
our friend.
Death Battle, another very large YouTube channel, and one that I am aware of, but I don't really watch too many of.
Death
videos.
Battle.
Take two fictional characters and say who would
That's how they say it on their show.
win in a fight to the death.
They
I think this
basically
goes without
answer
saying
like,
that the
who would
comment section,
win?
therefore, is
Like
awful,
Mortal Kombat.
and everyone
Yeah,
loses their
Mortal
fans
Kombat said
always
like,
go
who would
flying
win,
about it.
Superman
It
or
doesn't
Goku?
matter.
But they bring the facts before they have the fight.
So it's not actually going to happen. Either way, more relevant to this video is that instead of showing clips of these characters in action, a lot of the time they actually animate their battles. Now, the animation is quite shoddy, let's be fair. A lot of these were made in the 2010s, but look like they're from the early 2000s. But even though they're quite awkward, they're not really weird by any means. And the channel has 5 million subscribers, so it's not obscure
I don't know
either.
why it's so far down.
The Dog of Wisdom. This is a completely nonsense animation. And I
Dog
love
of
it.
Wisdom?
It's a dog.
Oh, I remember this one. Doesn't he go bark bark?
Yeah, on a red plane, and he meets the Dog of Wisdom, who tells him that if a ball is too big for its mouth, it isn't his. The
LOL.
is babbling ha's and bars.
This
with
is the best
subtitles
dog.
Translating what's being said. Completely
Sir
random,
Frank
right?
Kingsley?
Well, this animation seems to have struck a chord with some people.
He's
gaining
looking
almost
at it.
70 million views since its release in 2015. I have never heard of this animation. It's somehow gone under my nose and has 70 million views in 7 years. That is mental, but I guess it hit the right note with the right people. Dora No More is the kind of thing that 2012 YouTube loved. It's an animated music video, I guess, kind of.
Oh,
It's animating
music
the
video?
Of how Dora the Explorer, famous children's TV character, keeps on dying.
What
Kind
the
of like
heck?
Dumb Ways to Die, but much more morbid and dark.
Oh my gosh. The animation looks so
Dark imagery is
dark
used in
too.
this.
Like all
More
the
than you would
colors.
expect for a video like this. Speaking of Dumb Ways to Die, let's cover that one next because
How
it
is
is
that
on
on
the
this
same tier.
tier?
I don't know.
Even though that
But
is
yeah, it's
quite
really
surface
popular.
level, is it not?
I used to play the
most
game.
odd thing
Yeah,
about
they
Dumb
had
Ways
a
to Die is
game.
that while on surface it seems like a fun,
It was
perhaps slightly dark
originally a PSA ad.
About trains.
Yeah, about
kid
trains.
song. As it turns out, this was actually a PSA for train education safety, with a lot of the later lines being exclusively about trains. Again, everyone knows this, right? Everyone should know Dumb Ways to Die. This was massive a couple years ago, and I've covered it before, so I'm just gonna kind of skip past this one.
Best game ever. Best mobile game.
I mean, yeah, of all the animations on this list, Dream's Mask music video is by far the weirdest. I mean, I'm joking, but the dude literally did take it down from his social media. But in
Dream
fairness,
the
that
Mask.
might have not just been because of the animation. It's well documented the problems that this music video had. It just looked bizarre and awful.
Is that a robot mouth? I can't tell. It looks like he has robot inside his mouth. He's an animatronic or something.
And there were numerous small glitches throughout. Lighthearted, yes, but because of the small glitches with the music video, whilst this was not intended
You
to
are
be
not
weird,
normal.
even then
Normal pills. That's deep. That's deep, isn't it?
Yeah.
it still isn't. There
Oh,
are a
is
few
it?
things here
Why
and
is it
there
deep?
Because it's like real life, kind of.
Okay, I was joking. I didn't know how it was deep. I was just
Because
saying
he
it.
has to take medicine to feel normal. Like
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense now. He looks like plastic. He does. He looks like a
Make it a
plastic,
bit odd.
like Barbie doll
Some
or
of the directing
something.
choices as well of what happened in the music video were just a bit strange. Elmo Eats a Baby. This is
What?
probably one of the less
You want some?
popular videos I've covered so far, and it's also one of the shortest. In fact, it's only 9 seconds long, and only one thing
Makes you like a gorilla.
happens. Elmo like flips over this baby and then eats it.
What
Elmo looks
the
like a South Park
heck?
Canadian, and his tongue is like 10 foot long. But
Oh
there's
my
really
gosh.
not
Elmo, why are you eating that baby? It's because he's imagining it as Rocco.
too much for me to dissect because it's 9 seconds. It's literally one thing happening. Very reminiscent of 2008 YouTube though. Garfield is a purposely
Garfield?
horrendously animated parody of Garfield, with the animation being used as a comedic tool instead of being meant to be taken seriously.
I remember there was a
I mean,
creepy
it's not
Garfield
even really
video.
animated as much as it is
Let's
a
see if we can
coloured
find it. It's like a video game, horror video game. Horror game. It's the first one right here. Yeah, I've seen it. We can watch like a little piece of it. It's turn up the playback speed too to watch it. It's pretty spooky, I'm not gonna lie. Especially if you love Garfield. Ooh, 2 weeks before the incident. You spooked yet? Are you scared?
No.
No? It's okay to be scared.
It's just a pixel game.
So, it's still spooky. Look how well they did it. Oh, sorry. I just smacked your mic. I know this is not the video that he was talking about, but it made me remember this one. Let's give it a like. He's had visions. Look at cute little Garfield. Just kidding. He's evil. And you'll find out how. Too spooky for I don't know what I just typed. Oh, it's Odie. Just got eaten by some alien thing. Are you scared now?
No.
This would look like a really intense horror game.
It's gross.
Yeah. It only gets grosser and scarier as it goes on. That'd be an awesome game though, not gonna lie. If it was real.
Storyboard. The content tends to be quite simple. Garfield eats something of John's, who questions him about it, and then gets really pissed off. Their
It ain't
relationship is very
spooky.
abusive
I feel like it'd be really spooky if it was a game.
Ear rape here and there, and then you've got yourself a classic Garfield episode. Hell on Kitty. This was an animated short created 8 years ago by Twisted Grimm.
Hell
and it has
on
a
Kitty.
very, very smart premise. Take a look at Hello Kitty. What do you notice is missing?
Oh, I've seen this
Hello
video.
Kitty
We
doesn't
watch it real
have-
quick since I don't think you know. I'm not gonna.
Because she doesn't have a mouth.
Yeah. We'll watch it. We'll watch it. Let me turn up the playback speed here too. Now I'm gonna have like some weird recommendations from watching all these videos. My feed. She can't brush her teeth because she don't got no mouth. Oh, her friends have mouths? I didn't know that. She's the only one without one. She getting hungry and thirsty. She can't even throw up. Or talk. Poor Hello Kitty. Why didn't they just design her with a mouth? Oh no. I think we all know it's coming. Yeah, that's the animation. Oh no. Not the bloody
I'm
sandwich.
pretty sure there's actual conspiracy theories
Has
about
never
it.
had a
What do you mean?
For this
Like
reason-
what?
I don't remember off the
dang.
top of my head, but I've seen somewhere.
The animated short goes through what not having a mouth would be like for the character. It can't brush its teeth, it can't communicate, it can't eat, and in a very dark twist ending, it's actually implied that Hello Kitty cuts a mouth in for itself. Very dark
Oof.
and very astute of the animator to realize that Hello Kitty doesn't have a mouth, because after such a long time of looking at animated characters or any character, you might not notice something like that. It just slips your mind.
It was
And so
pretty-
it takes that concept
pretty
into a
scary,
very
not gonna lie.
dark place, very good animation. So a lot of people know the annoying
I was spooked the first time I watched it.
Right, it was massive for a long time, but not so many people know that its creator Danebo actually created the Kool-Aid Killer. The Kool-Aid Killer is a horror trailer
What?
that uses a mixture of live action and animation to tell its story of a killer.
I remember
jug of
being
Kool-Aid
scared by this
who's out
video.
to murder anyone who does not consume the American soft drink.
Oh my
Aesthetically,
gosh.
the animated portions of the Kool-Aid
That's why we
Killer
had to
are
we had to buy
practically
Kool-Aid this weekend.
what would go on to become the
So he doesn't come kill us.
Thematically, the trailer
Like
is
Hawaiian
comedically
Punch.
ultra-violent. with
I
most
always knew there was something off about the annoying orange. Now I know what it is.
of the commenters
He comes
think
from evil origins. She's going to make the sandwich smaller with the knife so she can slit up with her nose. Oh no.
this actually scared them when they were children. As adults, however, it's plain to see the humor behind the absurdity of this horror trailer.
Yeah, I didn't see how it was funny when I was a kid, but I get it now.
Hardcastle is a British animator best known for his horror and gory takes on pieces of pop culture. I believe that he's the guy behind all of the stop motion Rick and Morty shorts, meaning that I've actually covered his work before ages ago when I covered the Rick and Morty iceberg. Now, I haven't watched all of his videos.
Oh, I've
because
seen this
would
one.
take way too
This
long,
one's
but
pretty
the iceberg
unsettling.
linked to me to his take on The Simpsons couch gag, which is incredibly dark. So I won't actually be able to show the extreme gore and brutal violence that the short has.
Yeah, we probably can't
but
either.
let it be known that his work is of extreme quality. And if you're a horror fan and you haven't seen any of it before, do be sure to check it out. We're staying
Anyways, I gotta go now. All right, thanks for stopping by, Flixie. Appreciate it. See ya.
on the topic of stop motion for our next entry, which is Manny, created by Adam Rosenberg in 2010. According to the creator, it pays some
What?
pretty obvious tributes to David Firth's Crooked Rot, but has a
A
totally
headless-
different message.
Dude.
It has a severed head
Or-
gaining consciousness.
Yeah,
on a
severed
round
head, dude.
table, and contains some very disturbing imagery, such as the head's lips being sewed shut, a
What?
fair amount of gore, the head being set on
Oh
fire.
no, good thing we
and
didn't search
much
this one up
more.
then.
Definitely one of the creepier entries on our list. Pamtree is an animation YouTuber whose work tends to be very cursed takes on classic TV episodes and movies. Many of his videos are narrated
I think I've seen these before. It feels like it's unlocking a deep part of my memory.
by characters using text-to-speech voices, and he takes full advantage of the potential absurdity that 3D animation provides if done poorly, or in this case, intentionally.
Oh, let's look it up. What was it? Pamtree? Pam3. SpongeBob. Oh, these are kind of long, not gonna lie. Let's turn up the playback speed. This is my favorite episode of SpongeBob.
And Patrick go camping.
What the heck?
This is completely normal.
To get my beauty sleep.
Send it up to 2 times playback speed. Even now, it's still creepy this fast. They do be making a lot of noise all the time. Look, I'm wearing my SpongeBob shirt. It's all part of the grand plan of the universe for this to happen.
SpongeBob.
What?
Why aren't you camping?
We are camping outside of my house.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Outside.
Okay, fine. I will camp with you.
He just floats over. That's what I do too.
Bad.
I can
Compared to
float
his source
around.
materials, his interpretations tend to be a lot more cursed or fucked up. And I know that his Grinch animation had references to Satanism and then had the Grinch kill himself at the end.
What the
Very
heck?
abnormal, I like it. Now, Project G1 is something that I just have to talk about. This is the first time I've discovered this project, and it is fantastic. It would be a crime.
I've never
not
heard
to
of
bring
this, I
up.
don't think so.
Created by Paul's Vids in 2018, this animation comes in at 50 minutes long and takes Thomas the Tank Engine
a
and
lot.
dramatizes it to the max.
So it makes it a whole movie, a drama movie. That's pretty creative, I'm not gonna lie. I like it. I gotta watch
They're
it.
getting tortured, there's conspiracy, it's actually mental animation, and it's surprisingly really well made. There are some very dark moments and actually some quite creepy
What?
visuals throughout, as well as some really messed up themes. And it plays really well off the original source material, again, dramatizing what is often spoken
Wow,
about.
I
even
need
shown
to
in
watch
regards
this.
what happens to troublesome trains when they piss off the fat
Oh, it's got legs. Have you seen that horror train game? I don't remember what it's called now. They've made a lot of creepy animations of Thomas the Tank Engine horror train game. Maybe we can find it. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
It's like a spider train. I would play this game all day. Not really. I would play it until I beat it. And then I'd be like, all right, that was fun.
Conductor.
That's what it
The
reminded
Fat
me of.
Conductor is an evil bitch in this animation. It's a real mixture of actually genuinely bizarreness and the absurdity of taking Thomas the Tank Engine and turning it up to an 11 or beyond. It's a real experience. Retarded baby animals is up
What?
next. And this might be the most
Can't use
obscure
that
entry
word
on the iceberg
anymore.
so far. I couldn't find too much about it on YouTube, but maybe I wasn't looking in the right place. I think the originals might have been taken down. There were many episodes of Retarded Baby Animals, but the one that I saw was them doing the alphabet, and it got kind of strange. The later
Oh,
into
no.
the video you
It's
go,
like
so
Happy
they start
Tree
off
Friends.
with the ABC, and then they might go like 1, 5, ham sandwich, and then a bunch of random stuff, trying to teach the audience at home what they stand for, all while this poor bunny gets tortured in the background.
Oh,
There was a
no.
bit of blood, as well as explicit sexual themes in the video, and it's kind of hard to describe or explain this stuff because it is just so out there. How do you explain a madman's dream? You just can't. But what I can tell you is that there were 22 other episodes of Retarded Baby Animals.
That's a lot. They made a lot of videos of this.
And the series was
Jeez.
created by David C. Lovelace and ran between 2003 and 2011. Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
Oh no.
Everybody's seen this one. Everybody knows about the Shrek lore.
I understand why
I think this is what reignited the interest for Shrek.
Why? This is like the worst thing to see of it.
Exactly, because it was so memey.
It is so cursed.
That I feel like it kind of popularized Shrek again.
It's popular, yes, but oh my god, is this thing strange. We couldn't talk about weird animations if we didn't have this in here. The story is basically that this guy is recounting from when he was younger, his father was abusive.
I just realized some of these
and then
Shrek
Shrek would come
posters.
into his room, molest him, and then fly out the window. I mean, this is so infamous on YouTube lore, it is ridiculous. But while this is one of the most out there animations on YouTube, I'm sure you have seen it, so I'm just going to move on. The Ouija invasion is a real time capsule of 2011. If you're ever nostalgic for the early 2010s on YouTube, go no further than the Ouija invasion. Just put it on and you will be pleasantly surprised. Actually, you won't be surprised at all. It is the most stereotypical 2011 animation I've ever seen. It's just random for random's sake. It has a bunch of ancient memes in it, and honestly, it has no tangible story. It is just, again,
Wow, YouTube looks so. Oh no! I went back.
A smash of all that was popular on YouTube in 2011. Willy Bum Bum. It is so stupid that I know of this animation, and I don't think I'll be able to show it because the original has either been taken down by the uploader or potentially by YouTube, and I would rather
we can switch it up then.
Try and jump through hoops to try and get this video up, so I'm going to not include the animation. If you want to see it, look it up. However, I will describe it because it is a 2 or 3 minute animated video of a guy's dick and ass. It's a song about a guy's dick and ass, about his willy and
That's not so bad then.
It's not grotesque by any means, but as the title suggests, this is a weird web animation if I've ever seen one. It's just like 2 minutes of dick and balls on screen. I remember when this came out, I would have been in year 5, year 6 maybe, so I would have been about 9 or 10. And that's the exact age that this would be funny at. Really don't have too much more to say. It's just a 2-minute song of a guy's dick and ass. Bart kills Barney is literally that. It is Bart killing Barney. Bart is there with Barney, who starts...
That's some top tier animation.
Singing, and then Bart says his singing is horrible and guns him down. The video was uploaded in January 2010.
This is the multiverse we needed.
Seconds long. There's not too much to analyze, and we're gonna have to end it there because my laptop is literally dying trying to edit this video. So that's it for me. Thank you guys.
Make sure to subscribe to Fox Kimbo, the greatest videos. They're actually really fun. I love his videos. I watch him every time he uploads. Give the video a like as well. That's all we have for you guys today. See you guys next time. Peace.